I take one bite of this cake and I turn to my fiance, who was my boyfriend at the time, and I said, Antoine, this is our wedding cake.
People think if your cake is made and not made the same day, it's not fresh.
What is like the craziest design somebody's asked you to design?
The cake is there, it's good, everything's good. He's like, no, there's buttercream all over my fingers. The cake is like down.
Did you fix it or the bye-bye cake?
If I'm being real, if I was going to the midnight table, I'm going to the poutine, not the sweet. That is the most popular cake flavor of 2025.
Why do you think that is?
That's what they say, like, don't trust a baker that doesn't eat too many sweets.
Welcome to Wedding Wednesday, the podcast that's about to spill all the tea on what it's like to plan a wedding from the bride's perspective and all the details no one talks about. I'm creating the podcast I need to keep me sane and feeling less alone as I plan my own wedding. We're diving deep into the hilarious, messy, and sometimes crazy world of wedding planning and wedding horror stories. Get ready to laugh, cry, and maybe feel a little less alone in this wedding planning madness. Hello. Welcome back to Wedding Wednesday. My name is Adriana, and today's special guest is a bakery owner. We're going to be speaking to him about wedding cakes, what to do, what not to do, what we should know, what we should not know, and all the fun things when it comes to baking. So with that, let's say hello to our guest today. Hi, Lawrence. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you feeling today, being on Wedding Wednesday?
I'm feeling great. I'm so happy to be here. Thank you for having me.
Of course. Thank you for being on. I'm really excited to speak to you about wedding cakes and stuff. I am over a year out from my wedding, so I haven't fully thought through like the cake and whatnot, but I'm starting to think about it. So I think today's episode is going to answer a lot of questions that I have, and I'm sure a lot of other couples getting married have as well. To kick things off, I have to tell you how I was introduced to your brand, okay? This was maybe like 5 years ago. I was at a dinner party, just like any other dinner party with some friends, and somebody was tasked with bringing the dessert.
Okay.
So they walk in, they have this beautiful box from your bakery, they put it down, they put it in the fridge, whatever. We don't think twice about the cake until after dinner. So the cake comes out, dinner's over, you know, the host is like cutting it up into pieces, handing it out to everybody. It's the red velvet.
Okay.
Everybody starts to take a bite of the cake, and I take one bite of this cake and I turn to my fiance, who was my boyfriend at the time, and I said, Antoine, this is our wedding cake. I could not believe how good the red velvet was. Like,
thank you.
It was the best cake I've ever had still to this day.
Yay.
So much so that even for my birthday this year, I drove to your bakery, I picked up that cake for my birthday because I absolutely wanted this cake for my birthday.
That's so sweet of you. Thank you so much.
I mean, it's a testament to how you bake and your recipes. So really, maybe tell us, how did you get into baking? And also, what do you put in the red velvet? Honestly, I have to know.
So, how did I get into baking?
Yeah.
I was 13 when my interest was like peaked. I'm the youngest of 3 boys.
Cap.
And I'm like 10 years younger than my older brother.
Cap.
So that means when they were out, I spent a lot of time with my mom in the kitchen. So I became familiar with the kitchen with her. My mom is no baker. She's an incredible cook.
Okay.
Yeah. And I always had a passion for art.
Okay.
So I kind of meshed both. And that's what kind of brought it to life. And it was my sister-in-law's birthday.
Okay.
And I'm like, I'm going to make a cake. And I was like 15 years old at the time.
Yeah. Ambitious.
Totally. Let me tell you, the cake was not too pretty.
It was okay.
But it was my first one.
Yeah, of course.
So that's kind of where it stemmed from.
Okay. But was it really, really good?
Probably not.
No, you don't remember?
I don't think so. It was like probably dry. It was my first cake I baked.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what kind of piqued everything.
That's what started everything.
Yeah.
Okay. Tell me how you like went from this not the prettiest dry cake to like making these incredible cakes, because we are always looking for the coolest, newest, next bakery. And we live in Montreal now, but we used to live in the West Island, and my fiance lived in Laval. So we've been around with the bakeries.
Yes.
I could tell you've tried a lot of cake, and it's very hard to find a cake as good as yours.
Thank you.
So seriously, I want to know, how did you refine your craft? You know, obviously you don't have to tell us the secrets, but what would you say made you obsessed with how good you want your cakes to be, if that makes sense?
I think to answer that question, the first thing is to like always be open to learning, perfecting your craft. I'm not perfect, but you know, I always want to learn new techniques. I'm curious about new recipes, trial and error. So I think that's where kind of I've like perfected certain things.
Okay. Are you self-taught?
I started self-taught, yes.
You started self-taught.
Yeah, started self-taught. I worked at a bakery for like 3 years.
Okay.
And then I found the location where PLV is now. And I'm like, I want to like open my own place. And then just before that, I took a 6-month course just to kind of make it like official.
Yeah. To also maybe a little bit of imposter syndrome. Like you want you want that like stamp of like.
Exactly. Approval.
Yes,
I did it,
Yeah, 100%. You know, I've coming to discover just like as becoming an adult and like meeting other professionals that like a lot of the best people are actually self-taught, and because it stems from a passion.
Exactly.
Versus like stemming from like method.
Yeah.
It's like when you pair the two together, that's what really makes somebody like extra good at what they do. So.
Yeah. And you said it. It's like, it's the passion. I mean, especially in this field, any chef, pastry chef, or a chef that works in a kitchen, you have to be passionate because it's freaking hard.
Yeah.
It's like long hours.
Yeah.
It's hard work. So if you're not passionate, like you won't go like too far.
True. Very true.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's say a newlywed couple comes to you. They're ready for their wedding cake discussion.
Yes.
What's like the first discussion you're having here?
So normally I like to recommend coming about 6 months before. If you have any questions, just to kind of get the discussion going. A lot of couples are curious, flavors, budget, where kind of my prices are, how long do they need to book in advance. So I would say 6 months in advance, you come and we like get the process going.
Okay. So you start with the process 6 months in advance. That's good to know. What does the process look like? You're 6 months in, you're meeting for the first time. Like, what kind of questions are you asking? Or do couples typically come with what they kind of already have in mind?
Yes, they do. A lot of couples these days, they know exactly what they want.
Okay.
Unfortunately, it's like they bring you a picture and it's like, I want this. Whereas an artist, we kind of like that creative freedom. So we want to steer them away from copying someone else's work. And kind of create something magical for them.
Okay.
But typically I like to have a conversation with them in the shop. We sit, we try cake, and we kind of see what they're looking for. Yeah.
Okay, tastings. Let's talk about tastings. Is that included in like the first consultation sort of thing? Or do you come back for a tasting?
Depending, some couples, they come in for like one and done.
Okay.
So we book a consultation. I send them the list of flavors, and unfortunately, I only let them pick 3.
Okay.
So they have to like narrow it down. You could possibly pick 4 or 5, but it does get harder to decide.
Wait, for one cake?
For the wedding cake, yeah.
People want you can do 3 flavors max per cake, basically?
You could do as many as you want.
Okay.
But if you have a tiered cake and you're serving it to everyone, I suggest going with 1 flavor.
Okay.
It's less headaches for people serving it. Oh, I want the red velvet. I want the shortcake. I want the carrot. If it's on a sweet table, go for it. Get as many flavors as you want because they're gonna be cut. They're gonna be there. It's gonna be delicious.
And you're good to go. Okay, cool. So the tasting, they pick their 3, and then are they tasting those 3 essentially?
They're tasting those 3. Okay. Exactly.
And sometimes it's one and done, and you're good to go.
Yeah.
And you don't have to let's say you're doing a design. Do you submit those like online?
We'll either do a sketch, we'll kind of discuss together, and then if they're open to getting something created for them, I'll follow up and like send those designs to them, and then we'll kind of go back and forth. When they come in and they know what they want, it's easier. I mean, we discuss the price, the flavor, they like it, it's good. That's it.
Okay. Let's talk about price.
Yeah.
So how do you recommend, first of all, size of cake for different couples?
So it starts off with how many people they're looking to serve.
Yeah, okay.
A lot of people these days are going for a sweet table cake, so they're not serving the cake as a main dessert.
Okay.
If you're having a 300-person wedding, it's only normal, like the price will be up there. You're serving 300 pieces of cake.
Yeah,
it's a lot of cake.
Yeah, no, it is.
So we see if they're serving the cake. If you are, amazing. We can do tiered cakes with sheet cakes. Normally, like we won't go over 6 tiers real. Anything over 6, the rest will be fake. It's just kind of easier. It's not as heavy. you can't do like a 25-inch base cake, that's all real. It's hard to like fit it certain places.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Okay, so first you start with like asking how many guests.
Yeah.
Then you decide the amount of tiers they need.
Exactly.
And then the price is based off of that.
Starts off, yes.
Okay.
Exactly.
Starts off that. So then what adds on to the price? I guess design.
Design, any little details that go on, if there's hand piping, intricate flowers, any motifs on the cake, any fondant pieces that have to be like stamped, and you have like hundreds of pieces that have to go on the cake. It all takes time, right? It's pretty much, I'd have to say, the cost of the cake is based on like the labor of it.
Okay, makes sense.
Yeah, it's the hours that it takes to put it together.
And then delivery?
Yes, we deliver.
Okay.
Yeah.
But is that like typically extra, or is that included depending on the cake?
I do give like a price depending where it's going. We have delivered places that's like 2 hours away. So it does take time to go and come back, right?
Sure.
We have other deliveries. And when we say wedding season, I know it's a wedding podcast, but when it's wedding season, birthdays don't just vanish, right? So it's like we still have birthday cakes, we still have communion cakes if there's communions happening, baptisms, engagements. So there's so many like orders that are going out.
Yeah.
And
so
you're
it's
kind of
everything on top, and then weddings on top.
Exactly.
Yeah. So it's for sure it's a lot.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. So for I want to talk to you about flavor and like fake cakes. So many questions. Like,
yes.
Okay, let's start with the fake cake versus the real cake. I know some bakeries don't do fake cakes at all. At least not anymore.
Yeah.
Where do you sit with that?
We do.
Okay.
There's a big misconception that it's going to cost you so much cheaper.
Yeah.
It won't.
Why?
You're still putting in almost the same amount of work to decorate than if it was a real cake.
Okay.
Again, depending the design, if you're going with like a buttercream cake and you want just your top tier to cut and the rest fake and it's buttercream, yeah, it'll be cheaper. But if you're going with an elaborate design with fondant details and hand piping details, it's still going to cost you pretty much more or less the same. We say like 30% difference, more or less.
Okay. It could be significant enough, depending on who you speak to, but it could be significant enough. Okay. And then in terms of like the cake flavors and styles, I had a wedding coordinator on the podcast a few episodes back. We'll link the episode in the description box below. But she was saying that a lot of the cakes, fake or not, stay out the entire time.
Yep.
And I was always kind of like, why is the cake out this entire time?
Yeah.
Can you talk through a little bit about like the science of like why a fondant cake is okay out versus like a buttercream cake would not be okay out, sort of thing?
Absolutely. So when you have a fondant cake, before we deliver, it's chilled for a good amount of time, at least like 12 hours. It has to sit. Again, people think if your cake is made and not made the same day, it's not fresh. It's not true. Yeah. No. The more the cake sits together, the more the flavors marry each other.
That's true.
It tastes like delicious.
It's true.
And you have good structure. Everything is set properly. So when you have a fondant cake, it's covered in fondant. It gets cold. It kind of gets hard.
Okay.
So that when you're delivering, when it's out, let's say at cocktail hour, it's still pretty firm, right? So then when you go to cut it a few hours later, it's like the perfect temperature.
Yeah.
Whereas buttercream, it'll start to soften quicker. And depending the temperature of the room, it could start melting. At the end of the day, it's cake, right? It's cream, it's buttercream, they're delicate little ingredients.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Fair. So if a couple wants buttercream cake, how do you like handle? Do you advise basically the venue to keep it in the fridge until you serve it?
Yeah.
Okay. And then for people who do a fake cake, is there still that little section for them to just cut the cake?
We do the entire tier. So we won't like cut out the piece of styrofoam like you see on TikTok and like they stuff it and it's like they have the little piece. Can you imagine like you go to cut it and you can't find that piece of cake? It
I always wondered like where is the little
cut me here. There's like a little note on the cake.
Yeah.
Cut me.
I always wondered. Okay, so you do the whole tier. Okay, that makes sense because then you don't have to worry about like them cutting it.
Yeah.
In terms of trends, what are you seeing right now with cakes? Like I've been to a couple weddings in the last few years and I still see the big cake. But on social media, I've been seeing that round Italian cake.
That's exactly it.
I've been seeing these couples like with it's probably fake, right? From the floor to like all the way up there. These mass, I don't know if you've seen them, but they're like almost as tall as a human. And I've also seen small cakes for like just a couple, let's say. Are you seeing those trends in your bakery too?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah. We're kind of seeing smaller cakes this year.
Okay.
More buttercream, more kind of frills, piping, kind of vintage looks.
Yeah.
The columns are back.
Okay.
The stress is real when you're delivering those.
Okay.
But that's pretty much like kind of what we're seeing this year.
Okay.
The sheet cakes, like you said.
Yeah.
Which I love, by the way. Honestly, it's like, for me, simple is more. And the buttercream little sheet cakes with like the ruffled piping around, like the fresh flowers poking out. I think it's beautiful.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Okay, good to know. Have you had any like crazy delivery stories where something happens and...
Yes, I have.
What's the craziest one you've ever seen or experienced?
Okay, so let's go way back in time when I first started off.
Okay.
I was making cakes from home.
Okay.
That's where my business kind of stemmed. I was making custom cakes from home. I was like 18 years old in high school. People were like, "What, you make cakes at home? Like, it's weird."
You never went to like get a corporate job.
No.
Good for you.
No. I dropped out of college. I followed my passion, and that was it.
Knock on wood, it's working out great.
Yeah, seriously. So I was doing like 10 custom cakes from home a week.
Okay.
Which,
Oh, wow.
like,
It's a lot.
out of my parents' kitchen, it's a lot. So there was one weekend in August. I was like 18 years old, and it was the hottest weekend. And I had to like juggle 3 deliveries, which I was kind of freaking out. I had to attend the delivery that I was going to also for baptism.
Okay.
I call my friend who still, to this day, helps us with deliveries every weekend. And I'm like, "James, I need your help. You have to deliver this cake, please, at a restaurant. It's a small little wedding, but it needs to get there." I was just starting off. So he came in his Dodge Charger sports car, right to the door at the house. We put that cake in the trunk, close the trunk, and off it goes. And I'm doing my delivery, and he gives me a call, and he's like, "Yo, like, answer your FaceTime right now." I'm like, "James, stop like fucking with me. Like, just, the cake is there. It's good. Everything's good." He's like, "No." He's like, there's buttercream all over my fingers. The cake is like down."
Oh no.
And I'm like, "Oh my God." I'm like panicking at this point.
For
'Cause
sure.
making cakes from home, like, you don't have a
like
backup.
Right.
Now I'm equipped. Like, accidents could happen. You have to be ready to like to make something quickly, right? Luckily, the bride was like so amazing.
Okay.
Everything was good. I mean, things happened, but
Did you fix it or the bye-bye cake?
at that point, it was like bye-bye cake. There was nothing I could do.
Shit.
Yeah.
It's okay. It happens. And those are the funny stories that make your career what it is today, right?
Yeah.
Like, those are the learning experiences that you're like, okay, I'm never going to do this again, like in this way. And it sucks that it happens to some the clients, you know, but people respect you for your craft. So that's how you learn and that's how you build. But insane. Does those things kind of happen still today? Like, maybe not a delivery like that, but
Not like that, because I've learned not to put a wedding cake in a sports car on the hottest day of summer. Like, now we're good. We have a refrigerated truck.
Yeah.
We're happening. But I mean, on the road, you can't avoid accidents. Like last year, our driver was driving. Someone hit the car. The cake went flying.
Yeah.
Shit
Bye-bye
happens. Like,
cake.
but we delivered another cake. So it's like we're able to produce.
Yeah. You'd say all the like mistakes in the bakery, if you will, happen mainly from delivery.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You've never had like a mix up where like you made the wrong cake or something like that?
You know what? It's happened where like similar cakes and the flavors of the cake were swapped.
Oh.
So they got like the wrong flavor, which like breaks my freaking heart, because it's like, I'm not out here trying to like give people the wrong cake flavors, right? But when you have an X amount of orders going out, again, like, things could happen.
Yeah.
That I know they shouldn't, but they do sometimes.
Yeah. Like any business. And it's always in how you handle it.
Yeah.
Too, right? That makes a difference.
Yeah.
Okay, I want to know how you feel about, I've also seen these other trends. So there's always the cupcake trend where people just do cupcake. Oh, looking at your face, I can tell that's not your favorite. Let's talk about that one. So choosing cupcake over cake. What are your thoughts?
I'm not for it.
Why?
I don't know. I feel like that was something that I was doing like out of my house. So it's a thing of the past.
Okay.
Let's put it behind us.
Fair enough. Maybe it also feels a bit birthday vibes.
Yeah.
not as like
Exactly.
formal
Yeah.
for the wedding. Fair enough. And then cake at every table. Have you seen that trend where everybody's doing small cake, but one different cake at
That's
every
super
table?
cute. I like that.
You like that?
Yeah, that's cute.
Yeah. So let's say the bride and groom would do that. Would they cut their own cake? Like, how do you handle that sort of thing?
I think so. It's mainly like a centerpiece for the cake, for the table. Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm assuming that they would just, the venue would come take the cake, cut it, and then probably serve it. I don't think they're going to be cutting it there.
No. But they cut like the bride and groom cut the first piece typically.
Like theirs, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, okay, let me rephrase my question. Let's say you have like 10 tables.
Yep.
Every table has a different cake. So the guests can kind of go and like cut. But does that mean the bride and groom or like the couple getting married are cutting their own cake as well? Or they're kind of participating in the cutting of everybody else's cakes, if you will? Have you seen that?
I haven't like attended a wedding where they've done it.
Yeah.
I think though, like from what I've seen, there was just a centerpiece for like every table. And then it was taken away and then cut. But I'm not sure about the cutting.
Okay.
I'll be real. One of the things I hate about, honestly, making cakes is serving it, like cutting it. That's not for me.
Okay.
Yeah.
You just like to make it.
I like to create it, but it's like the cutting part stresses me out.
Stresses you out. So yeah, what is your favorite part? It's really just is it the design before or is it the actual making?
I would say the actual making.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's like therapeutic for you.
Exactly.
Okay. You're in the bakery every day?
Yeah. So I don't know if you know, but I also own another bakery in Laval.
Yes, I know. Of course I know. We love Ambrosia as well. Yeah. It's really close to my house, so we go all the time.
Amazing. So yes, I try to give myself like one day off, which it's like not even a day off because I have to like run around and do other things for the bakery. But it's kind of that day where I'm like alone working on things, but yeah.
Okay. So, but your favorite days are the ones in the bakery?
Yes. I'm a creator, right? Yeah. Like as an owner, I wear many hats. And as crazy as it is, I don't get to like bake as much as I want to. Right now, like I've had to learn to delegate certain things. It's the only way because like there's only so much I can literally and physically do with these two hands. Like, cause there's so many things that go on, and it's like everyone thinks that I make all of the cakes.
No, you have a team.
I have a team, right? Between PLV and Ambrosia, we're pumping out like a solid amount of cakes a week.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Would you ever consider getting another bakery?
I don't know.
West Island needs a bakery, just saying.
West Island needs a bakery.
Like really bad.
Yeah.
So bad. There's good bakeries in the West Island, but I find every bakery in the West Island has its own specialty.
Okay.
No, there's no bakery where everything's good.
Okay.
So I'm just saying.
All right, I'll take that with me. Let me tell you.
Pun intended. So funny. What is like the craziest design somebody's asked you to design?
The craziest design for wedding, honestly, it was such a fun cake to create. Again, it was from my house, so I was like pretty shocked that I was able to pull that off with the experience that I did. It was for a couple who loved Star Wars.
Okay.
And I made a R2-D2 cake.
Wow.
For their wedding cake.
We have to put up a picture.
We will.
Yeah.
It was like, I was so proud of that cake.
And
he was wearing like a little bow tie. It was cute.
Did you get the reaction of the couple?
They loved it.
I'm sure they did.
It. Yes.
That's crazy. Like this year, do you have anything crazy or like pretty much everybody's going back to that vintage style, I think.
Yeah. Yeah. It's pretty vintage, classic, simple, a lot of fresh flowers happening.
You just get like good edible flowers?
They're not edible.
Okay.
But
you won't die for eating them?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I haven't had an issue so far, so we're good.
Yes. Let's talk about the midnight table.
Yes.
What do you recommend for a midnight table? So the couple comes to you, they want you to do their cake, but they also want midnight table stuff. Like, what are you saying they should get?
So midnight table, depending if you're serving the cake, we normally say 2 to 3 bites per person. If I'm being real, if I was going to the midnight table, I'm going to the poutine, not the sweets.
Are you more savory than
I'm more savory.
The irony.
Yes.
Oh my.
That's what they say. Like, don't trust a baker that doesn't eat too many sweets. But I don't know.
You don't eat something sweet from your bakery every day?
Not every day.
Okay.
I try to keep it, try to keep slim here.
Yeah,
but
fair enough.
It's when you're around it all the time, it's like you kind of get
sick of it.
I taste everything we make, right? But I won't like, oh, I'm craving a mousse cake right now.
Fair enough. Okay, but let's say like you're the person who likes sweet.
Yeah.
What are you going for at the midnight table? What do you recommend for couples? Like the pâtisserie, the actual like little.
Yeah, so we do like minis, right? Anything that we offer at the bakery, we offer it in mini also. So it can be mini choux, mini éclair. What's popular from our bakery is our mini lemon meringue tarts, the mini key lime. We have our cake jars, the verrine.
Yeah, I've seen those. They're super cute. I haven't gotten one. I have to go try.
It's good. We have the red velvet one too if you want.
Yeah. It's the cream cheese icing that gets me.
Well, so there you go. That's what makes ours different. It's the icing. Mm-hmm. It's like rich. It's pure cream cheese with like good quality cream.
And it's not too sweet.
No.
And you know what? Maybe that is the key to a really good cake is because you like savory. Mm-hmm. You know how to balance the flavors. That makes a lot of sense now. Yep. Actually. But okay, so yeah, the little pot, like compote, or what are they called?
Les verrines.
Okay. Can you do cookies? Like, do you do other things like that?
We do. If it's for like a midnight table, I would say like don't go for something that's like super decorated. So if we're talking cookies, I wouldn't do like a fondant covered cookie with like no. We're gonna go with like the PLV triple chocolate cookie, the Nutella, the funfetti, like ones that like you eat it and you're like, fuck, it's good.
Yeah.
And like you drank a little bit, like it hits the spot.
Yeah. Okay. What about macaroons? Do you do those or?
We do.
Yeah.
We do them in either like towers or loose macaroons like on a platter. Those are pretty popular as well. Yeah.
Okay, but you seem to recommend them more like desserts that like bring back to your childhood versus like the more polished stuff. Okay, fair. I respect that. I like that. Yeah. Okay, that's good to know. What would be the experience like going to Ambrosia versus going to Patisserie Laurence V for wedding cake in general? What's the difference?
The difference. That's a good question. Oh my God.
Because I haven't had the carrot cake from your bakery, but Ambrosia's carrot cake, I think is different from yours.
Yeah, the icing is different, and honestly, the base of the cake as well is different.
Okay.
So Ambrosia, really, we took over. It's not like my family bakery. We bought it during COVID.
Yeah.
So pretty much the recipes that were there for like 25 years. It's almost a 30-year-old bakery this year. So we like stayed true to what it was. We kept the recipes. I mean, the place was amazing to begin with. So we don't want to like change and kind of alter things. Yes, we added more recipes. We took, I think, the custom cakes to the next level. But the difference, I mean, PLV is like my baby. So it's like recipes that kind of we created there.
Okay. It's like your creative outlet.
Exactly.
And then Ambrosia would be like your traditional, more like tried and true.
Yeah.
We actually went to a wedding literally not this weekend, but the weekend before, and their cake was from there. Okay. It was excellent. It was I think it was a lemon.
That is the most popular cake flavor of 2025 and 2024.
Is it really?
The lemon poppy raspberry.
Why do you think that is?
It's fresh. It's like light. I mean, you have to like lemon because this one like hits you in the face.
Yeah.
It's like, hello.
Yeah. But it's so good.
Yeah.
What would you choose if you're getting married?
I'm more of a chocolate guy, chocolate hazelnuts. Not too many people go with that flavor though for weddings because of the allergies, but that's the one that I'm gonna go with. And if you're allergic, I'm sorry, but I'm sure there'll be other options for you.
Yeah, no, fair. For the midnight table, if you were getting married, you said you're going straight for the poutine.
Yeah.
But what else are you going straight for on the savory side?
On the savory? Depending how many gin and tonics I had, we can, we might go for, if there's a little like McDonald's hamburger, normally there is, I'll get a little hamburger. The poutine, what else am I going for?
Something like, I've seen grilled cheeses.
No,
it doesn't speak to you. A nacho?
No, that doesn't speak to me.
Doesn't speak to you.
My boyfriend would go to like the grilled cheese. He would run to that thing, but honestly, poutine. And like
poutine is your favorite.
Yeah.
It's your go-to.
Topped with nothing, just like the cheese, the gravy.
Okay.
That's it.
Call it a day.
Call it a day.
Yeah. Classic.
Yeah.
You're a classic guy.
Yeah.
I like that. What's coming next in your bakery that you're kind of like preparing for cakes and whatnot?
Coming next, I'm trying to be at PLV like innovative. I want to have different things on the menu.
Yeah.
Something that I'm really passionate about now is like the viennoiserie. So to kind of play with the flavors there. But in terms of cake, we're working on a few flavors, for the summer. So yeah.
Yeah. Nothing you want to sneak?
Fruity.
Something fruity. I love that. Something that's not lemon, but
Exactly.
a little bit different.
Yes.
I'm seeing like passion fruits also in that like in your face, but fresh, but still sweet vibes.
Yeah.
Do you guys have a cake with passion fruit?
I released one I can't remember if it was for Mother's Day or Father's Day, but it was a chocolate cake with a like hazelnut crunch and a passion fruit French buttercream.
Okay. Excellent.
It's like a cool flavor combination.
That sounds really, really good.
Yeah.
Where do you get your inspo from in general? Do you sometimes like eat other bakeries like stuff or like
Very rare that like again because I don't like
you don't like
to
sweet that
scoff
much?
like desserts. But I do love to read books,
Okay.
like recipe books. I love to read them, kind of bruise ideas. I would say from that.
That's where you get the most of your inspo from. Very cool. Let's play a little game of the baker's picks.
Okay.
So I'm gonna ask you questions and you're gonna like choose between the two options essentially. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. What's your all-time favorite cake flavor? The one you could eat forever. I know you answered it a little bit, but like
It would
maybe
be like chocolate hazelnut.
chocolate hazelnut is your favorite. If you were getting tomorrow, what cake would you have to have at your wedding?
Chocolate hazelnut.
Yeah. Be honest. What cake do you snack on the most when you're at the bakery? It can't possibly be chocolate hazelnut.
No, it's not. It's not at the bakery. What am I snacking on the most? What kind of cake?
It also doesn't have to be a cake. It can also be like viennoiserie or just something sweet. What do you snack on the most?
You know what? I would have to go with the Paris Brest. It's a choux pastry. I know I'm like, you're going to be like hazelnut again, but it has a hazelnut filling.
Okay, you really have a cake. You must love Nutella.
No, you see, that's too sweet for me. The Nutella is like too sweet.
This
is like praline hazelnut.
Okay. Have you considered making your own Nutella? Like
Perhaps.
chocolate ganache vibe that's not as sweet?
Perhaps. I have so many ideas, but like I need to like get them going. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Do you have a project manager? Somebody who's like, okay, let's take all these ideas and execute.
Would my sister-in-law be considered a project manager?
I feel like if she does your
more
social
media.
She probably could help you with that.
I think so.
Maybe a conversation.
Evie, you and I will have a talk.
There you go. I just had a question off the top of my head now that's not related to this. But if we wanted to do the cream cheese icing for our cake, so it's not buttercream and it's not fondant.
Yeah.
Would it also have to be in the fridge, I guess?
Like cream cheese on the exterior?
Yeah.
I would like X that right away.
Yeah?
Yeah. It's not stable enough.
What about in the interior?
Interior is fine.
What if you do naked cake and no...
You could.
Okay.
Because you'll have the buttercream rings around like every tier to kind of keep it together. If not, you'll have like a disaster wedding cake.
Okay. Bummer. But I mean, as long as
But
it's
at
in
the filling, it's fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
So as long as it's in the fridge too, it's fine.
Yeah.
Okay. Would you ever recommend a cheesecake wedding cake? Yay or hard pass?
Nay.
Probably for the same reason of the
Yeah,
like
exactly. The filling.
The filling.
It's like, as it sits out, it gets like soft, and I can just see that thing becoming like one. Yeah.
Kind of like melting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see that too. Do you like the trend of small cakes instead of the big ones?
I like it.
Do you like the trend of small cakes, but then a sheet cake in the back?
Yeah. You know what? The sheet cakes in the back, they're really helpful for venues. It's a lot easier to cut and serve the sheet cake when it's like a rectangle than when you have a tiered cake that they have to take apart, put it down, they're cutting. Like I've been to weddings where we had our wedding cake and like the pieces were butchered. So
that's because it was the round one they
round.
butchered it?
Yeah.
Okay. So it's easier for them to cut when it's
exactly.
square.
And the cake could be in the fridge until like they're ready to cut, right? So you're getting a nice little colder piece of cake.
And is it transparently less expensive to do that?
Yeah.
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 Okay. Could be an option for depending on who. How do you feel about the big Italian flat cake? Do you do it?
I've done 2 of them.
They're called what are they
The
called?
millefeuille.
Is it a millefeuille?
That's what I think the traditional one in in Italy. I think they do the millefeuille, but depending here, a lot of people go with like just a sponge cake.
Yeah.
And they'll have like a filling and they top it off with the fruits and they dust their icing sugar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not a millefeuille.
No, like here what I've seen, it's like cake.
Yeah. With the millefeuille, isn't it French?
Millefeuille, yeah, I mean
It's like with custard in between the layers and it has
puff
like
pastry.
a puff pastry, right? Do you see that as wedding cake often?
In Europe, like France and Italy, they do like they'll call that like a wedding cake.
Oh yeah, really?
Yeah.
What about a coq en bouche?
That too. In France, that's like their pièce montée, their wedding cake.
Yeah. And you guys do those?
Yep.
Okay. Do you see those as wedding cakes here often?
No, like we'll do them as like a sweet table edition.
A sweet table edition.
Yeah.
What about that like fruit cake there where you're saying you just like dust the powdered sugar? Are you seeing a lot of those here?
Yeah.
Okay. It's really a big trend.
It's a new trend.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And are you suggesting like different fruit than like the little red? I think they put raspberries or strawberries.
They do put berries.
Yeah.
I guess depending like the filling of your cake or what fruit. Like, I mean, if my bride and groom had specific fruits that they wanted, I would like go all in. I would do it, right? I wouldn't just limit it to berries. But I do think that the berries go best.
They go best.
Yeah.
Okay. Is it because it's what's in between? Like
You can either
chantilly
have
cream?
chantilly cream, a creme légère, a custard.
Okay.
Like the filling, yeah.
Yeah, the berries do go very well with that.
Yeah.
That's fair. Rainbow cake layers, fun surprise, or is it too childish for weddings?
Too childish for weddings.
I kind of agree with
Yeah.
you. Yeah, I would choose something a bit more polished.
Exactly.
But you do you.
Yeah.
Sheet cake question. Do you think sheet cakes for guests are a smart budget hack or a vibe killer?
It's a smart budget hack for sure.
Also depends on how it's designed too.
Yeah.
If like you're presenting it, you can make it up to be something.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We can like spice it up a little bit, you know?
Mm-hmm. True. Fair. Cook on Bush Towers, stunning centerpiece or baking nightmare?
They are a stunning centerpiece.
Mm-hmm.
They are, depending how big you go for a wedding. Say, but they're cute.
They're I think they're coming back.
They are. Like in production, have done more coq en bûche in like the last 2 years than let's say the past 7.
How do you decide the coq en bûche height?
Normally, I mean, if I have a client, which hasn't happened, where they come in like, I want a coq en bûche for like 300 people. Great. We'll have to freehand it. So like we'll kind of build it up. But when
How
it's
tall is that? Like we're talking like this?
probably taller. If it's for 300, yeah, you're like
I can't even reach that
taller.
But like, okay.
But if it's going on a sweet table, we have like 3 sizes.
Okay.
So we have like molds that we kind of fill the shoe inside, and then we like flip it over, and it comes out of the mold, and it's beautiful.
What's the tallest size you got?
It's probably like 100 shoe, so it's like probably this.
Okay.
Yeah,
Like 2 feet.
about.
Okay, good to know. I asked because my fiance wants one.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
He wanted one for our engagement party, and I was like, "No, we already have a cake. You know, we had a cake, so
I don't know. He sounds like a classic guy. He looks like
He's
coq en
very
bûche.
classic. He is very classic, and I think he just had a craving for coq en bûche. So he was like, "We're definitely doing it at the wedding." I was like, "Okay,
I love it.
you will get your coq en bûche. All is fine." Lawrence, thank you so much for joining me on Wedding Wednesday
you.
today. Of course, please tell everybody where they can connect with you and visit you at your bakeries.
Yes, you can connect with me on Instagram at Patisserie Lawrence V, and stop by and say hello at 4685 Avenue du Parc.
Highly recommend. Really, really do.
Thank you so much. That means so much to me.
Of course. Thank you so much for doing Wedding Wednesday.
Thank you.
If anybody has a crazy wedding horror story, feel free to email it at hello@weddingwednesdaypod.com. We read them completely anonymously here on the podcast. Of course, please rate, review, subscribe, do all the things because it really does help our podcast grow. And with that, we will see you in the next episode. Bye for now.